Our Bible study tonight is about Adam and Eve. And then, Nico, you should have to read the story about Adam and Eve.
No longer perfect. In one special place, God laid out a garden for Adam and Eve to live in. It was full of lovely, lush plants and fantastic flowers. Sparkling streams bubbled up from the ground, and every tree was covered with delicious fruit for Adam and Eve to eat. So many different types of animals lived in the garden that it took Adam many hours to give each one a name. Gecko, gibbon, giraffe, gorilla, hare, hippo, horse, hyena. Adam and Eve lived happily in the Garden of Eden, caring for it and creatures that lived there. They had everything they needed. In the center of the garden grew a special tree. It was called the Tree of Knowledge. God made it very clear that this tree was different to all of the other trees. You must not eat the fruit from this tree. God warned Adam and Eve. You can eat fruit from all the others, but if you eat fruit from this one, bad things will happen. For a time, Adam and Eve did as they were told, but there was a cunning snake living in the Garden of Eden who wanted to play a trick on Eve.
One day the snake saw Eve standing by the tree of knowledge. It slithered up to her, whispering softly, "Look at the lovely fruit. I mustn't touch it." And Eve smelled how sweet it is. The snake hissed, "God told us to live in it alone." Eve protested. "Ha," laughed the snake. "God doesn't want you to know the things he does, the things that are good and the things that are evil." Eve looked at the delicious fruit, wondering what it would be like to know, and that God knew. Reaching out, she picked the juicy looking fruit and took a bite. Then she passed it to Adam for him to try. From the moment on, things started to go wrong. When God spoke to Adam and Eve the night he knew what they had done, he was angry and told them to leave the garden at once. As Adam and Eve left, God sent an angel to stop them from returning. When they had lived in the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve had everything they needed, and they could never have grown old. There now all that had changed. They had to work hard and know that one day they would die. God's world was no longer perfect.
Okay, both of you, I want you to explain about this story about Adam and Eve. Okay, Lucas, you're the first one.
They um they lived in the garden, and Adam named every single animal, and one day Eve found, and God told them, "You can eat any fruit from any tree except the tree that was called the fruit of knowledge." And there was a snake in the tree of knowledge, and Eve standing by the tree, and the snake asked him to taste the snake lied. He said it was going to be sweet and stuff, and Eve obeyed God for a little while till she tried it and broke God's law, and then she gave it to Adam, and he ate it, and they got sent out of the garden.
Okay. That's it?
Nikko.
Okay. How about you, Nikko? How about you?
The story?
Yeah.
Okay. So I noticed that the story takes place in a garden, and God said to Adam and Eve, that you can pick any fruit of all of the other trees except the tree of knowledge.
Mhm.
And also they named all of the animals, and they and Adam and Eve did as they were told. But then the demon snake was wandering up to them, and he told them to eat it. And then they did eat it, and God saw them eat it, and he told them to leave at once. And they God sent an angel for a lookout from returning from the garden. And then they grew old, and soon they died, and God's world was no longer perfect.
Mm-hmm. So, for example, if you are Adam, Lucas, what you do?
If I was Adam, I wouldn't listen to Eve if she asked me to eat the fruit of knowledge. I wouldn't do that, because God told us what to do and not to do, and I would follow God's word.
Okay. How about you, Nikko? If you are Adam, what you do?
Did you mean Eve? How I choose Eve, okay? If I were Eve and the demon snake told me to eat the fruit, I would not listen to him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't listen to the demon,
Okay.
and I would just ignore him.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
If he keeps talking, I'm gonna talk to God about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks to God. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for